Hey guys, welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventures podcast. Thank you so much. Just real quick, want to talk about our awesome sponsors. Studio sponsor is Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid, located on Stafford, just east of 131. As I record this morning on Monday, side note, I was late. I forgot about this podcast. I had a little tech crisis yesterday, and so I'm just finishing it up now. But anyways, get online, check them out, irvines.com. Check out their Google reviews. Amazing. You can schedule an appointment right online. Everything's automated in regards to scheduling, and it's just great. They're a great company, and I'm glad they've supported the GR Rideshare Adventures podcast. You can call them at 202-5538, 202-5538, and they're, again, located on Stafford, just east of 131 on the, I think Stafford goes to the north. So they are a studio sponsor, and we really appreciate them supporting this podcast. The next sponsor is CarStar Impact of Cascade. They're located at 5566 36th Street in Grand Rapids. They have been a longtime sponsor of the podcast, and we really appreciate them supporting us. They also have a detail shop. It's called Reflections, and they currently are running out of the same building. But man, I tell you what, they do an amazing job with the detail work. They also do, obviously, of course, a great job of the body work. All of us have been there for repairs, and we encourage you, if you have a repair that you need done on your body work or need some detail work, please give them a call. 954-9200, 954-9200. Ask for Steve. They also have something that is super important right now. It's called Aquapel. It's like Rain-X on crack. They apply it, takes about 15 minutes, lasts about 6 months, depending on how much you use your car. But obviously, if you're a rideshare driver, you use it quite a bit. So 6 months is probably the life of it. But for $15, I mean, you can't beat it. Give them a call, 954-9200, and tell them that we sent you. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventures podcast. Rideshare infotainment for the new driver, old driver, and everyone in between.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventure podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry about the false start there.
Yeah.
This studio is sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid, located on Stafford, east of 44th Street. So, oh man, I am like, somebody said something about a pee bottle. I'm not sure how they heard that. Why don't just get that right out of the way right now. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Kind of had a false start. We didn't do mic checks and nothing worked.
We're missing Ben, obviously.
Oh,
works,
yeah.
yeah.
So, if
you ever think Ben doesn't add value to the show, he really does.
He does, yeah. He's unfortunately out right now with a damage to his back, so we're sorry about that. And
yeah, he fell at work.
he fell at his day job.
On the
did
stairs.
something happen with my mic?
Yeah, so I'm just know that I'm adjusting it.
Okay.
If are you having trouble hearing?
Yep.
Okay, that's all you got to say, and I can just bump you up a little bit.
Thank you. Okay,
Yep.
so yes, Ben fell at his day job, and he landed right on his bum, and something happened to his back. He broke a couple of vertebrae.
Yeah, it's.
Yep.
I feel like it's a muscle around that area.
He fractured the ends of the vertebrae.
Okay.
And that attached to the muscle.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So, but he's with us in spirit and online. So there we go.
I'm sure he is online, laughing.
He is. Yes.
So
So you guys all know me, and then we have Jesper and Sam, and then Ben will be back in a couple of weeks.
yeah.
So
Ben can't hear.
can't hear
I was
what?
gonna say
Us.
nobody can hear. I think.
You're serious?
Can you guys hear us?
Oh, this has not been a good day. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to hear us. All the mics are unmuted.
I can't. Nobody's commenting.
Well, there's usually a delay.
Oh, Larry can hear fine. Okay, good. So
Okay.
it's on Ben's side. Okay. Phew.
Okay.
Damn it, Ben!
Okay. Good. It's just Ben. He can figure it out.
Yeah,
His computer.
Ben, get better internet.
Well, he just had to turn it down when he was watching porn, and now it's still muted.
He can't watch porn. He can't move.
Oh.
Okay.
Poor Ben. Oh.
Okay.
Sam's. Here we go. Thank you, Gabe. Thanks, Peter.
Wow. So I was supposed to do the introductions. You just
I'm
did.
sorry. Yes. You want to do it?
Oh, it's too late now.
All right. So real quick, guys, our awesome sponsor, Irvine's, and then we have another sponsor is CarStar, and they're actually doing a giveaway tonight.
Yep.
So some of you may have heard of like Rain-X. This is called Aquapel, and it takes about 15 minutes, and we're going to give that away. And when you get in there, 15 minutes, it's like, Rain-X on crack, basically.
Yep. And we will announce when we start the competition.
It was his hearing aids.
Oh, how old is he? Seriously? His hearing aids?
Well, if it's an age thing, you're older than him.
I know.
So ouch.
I don't need hearing aids. So hashtag CarStar to get that Aquapel. We'll give that away. I don't know. Middle of the podcast somewhere.
Yep. And I guess you could just start hashtagging it right now, and we'll do it. And
which one of you two is going to copy the names
I
down?
will take care of it.
Okay, because I'm not doing it.
You're not?
No.
Oh, come on.
So we're going to jump into our stories real quick. Jesper, why don't you go with yours, and we'll throw up your pictures of what you want to talk about.
It literally says Sam introduces story time.
I am so off.
It's all ingrained in him.
So what happens? No, it's because I'm frazzled.
Yes,
if
I
everything
know.
goes smooth, I'm like, okay, whatever, But
no, that's okay.
Go ahead and introduce.
Go.
No, go.
All right, guys. So we're going to tell our stories this week about this past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Base Nectar.
Yeah.
was
Sam and I were
2
like,
weeks
we have
ago.
no stories, and we're like,
Wait
oh my
a
god.
minute.
Well, it's been so long since the Base Nectar.
Yes, it feels like it.
Yeah.
And this last weekend was just kind of meh.
And I didn't work, so.
Yeah. I did have the pleasure of carting around Jason and his wife and taking them out for their anniversary weekend.
Jesper did too. That was very nice.
It was good.
We only. Oh yeah, I forgot that one guy that we took. We only. I don't mean. Can I?
You go ahead.
Okay. We took one ride share because Sam said, "Oh, I have an XL, but it's like 15 minutes away." And of course, I want it now, and I didn't want to wait. So we ordered a ride share and or a car. I think it was Uber. And I show it to my wife, Megan, and she's like, "Oh, he's a 5-star." I'm like, "You know what that means, right? That he's a brand new driver." Sure enough, clicked on his profile. He had 4 rides. He had started that night. So it was a fine ride, other than he was holding onto his phone. And I did not tip him, and I did give him 4 stars. So
Did you report it?
Megan was mad that I didn't.
That's a little harsh.
She was mad at me.
I can see the no tip, but giving him a bad rating, like you could have just left a comment.
Right. Or hey, here's an idea.
Just tell him.
Yeah, what a dick.
I mean, as
I could have had an opportunity to tell him about the podcast.
as a representative of your business, you could have mentioned that and that why you know what you're talking about and
Giving him one of your business cards.
That's why I keep you guys around, because I wish I would have thought of that beforehand. So
even though honestly, Megan would have been like, "Really, just shut up."
yeah, she would have. But nice guy, first night, and pleasant car, nice clean car. So go ahead with Base Nectar, Sam.
I mean, Base Sector was great. It was super busy. The clientele were awesome. People were very nice. I mean, very nice. Nobody was really drunk, per se. People weren't sober, but they just weren't drunk.
Well, what were they using? Because I smelled no pot on people.
Molly.
Oh, is it Molly?
Yeah. Molly and ecstasy.
Doesn't that make you, want to touch everybody?
Sometimes.
Because all my people were
But did
cool.
you see what kind of show it was? It's a touch people show. I mean, there's thousands of people crammed in no space.
But I mean, the purpose of it is for touching?
No, but it's just
Listen to this old man over here.
it was just that kind of environment where people were dancing,
Yeah, it's
looking at the lights and having a good time and having fun and having their party drugs with it.
Right.
So-
No, I was so surprised, and
Yeah,
they are
everybody was
welcome.
happy.
They are welcome back.
Oh, yeah.
anytime, because
Good money.
good money. No one was rude.
No, nobody was there. People worked with us to find
Right.
them after the show, which is huge. A lot of people don't work with us. They get upset if you don't pick them up where
Right.
they are.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, okay, where can I go to get picked up?
Yeah.
And as long as you gave them directions, because none of them were from town. So as long as you gave them directions, they met you there. They were happy about it.
And I think it was a little different this year because it was at Van Andel and not at the Deltaplex.
So Deltaplex earlier, yeah. But I guess Van Andel has twice as many people as the Deltaplex. So,
Oh, I would say probably more.
well, I don't know how many the Van Andel seats, but I guess
I think it's like
no.
the hockey games are like 12K.
Yeah, Van
something
Andel
like
seats
that.
12, but I don't know how many Deltaplex seats.
Yeah, and then of course that's hockey. You know, you take some
Right.
seats away with the stage, but anyways.
Right. Yeah. It was pleasant. I had no real complaint.
I know. I want
the
them
only
to come
people
back.
that upset me that whole weekend were locals being rude.
Same thing. I had some college kids that were just complete douche
I had some
canoes.
dude from the Bob who got very upset on the phone when I told him to walk across the street.
don't
So I
have-
hung up and drove away, and he threw his arms up at me like, "What are you doing?" And I'm leaving. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. I don't have too many people complaining about the walk across.
No,
Never.
most people don't, but once in a while you get
Yeah,
one
it,
person.
it has happened.
Yeah.
You know, last weekend I drove the owner of the Gilmore collection home, and he didn't bark at all. I said, "Hey, go across the street to the hotel." Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a super nice guy, by the way. I actually mentioned the whole parking situation in front of the bar with him, and he was very aware of it. And they had brought it to the city multiple times, but the city don't want to do anything about it.
Well, I feel like it's just like any traffic light. Until somebody gets killed, they're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, why is that?
To be fair, though, the Bob could be better about directing people to the back of the building.
Yeah.
Like even putting a sign up for Uber this way.
Well, here's my thought, though. That's a good idea, but then Ottawa's going to become a complete shit show.
Yes, it will.
So if everyone does do the Ottawa side, oof.
Did you guys see that the driving through the two buildings are now open?
Yes.
So-
been
so-
open.
By the AC hotel.
By the AC hotel, you come out there in the middle.
Yeah.
That was kind of interesting.
I'm just waiting for them to get tired of the level of traffic going through there and to put up concrete blocks.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not
when
going
you drop off at the AC
Yes.
hotel, you have no other choice.
I did
then
today.
You have to leave through there.
My
But
second to
yes.
last ride today was from the airport. I did, and I was actually talking to them. I'm like, it's kind of sweet. You go through the buildings to
Right.
get out, but yeah, don't use that on the reg because they'll get pissed.
Right. And that's the thing. They could block off like from the right side.
Sure.
So people can't go all the way through. You can still
Yeah.
exit the hotel, but then you can't go to the right.
Well, I'm such a rule follower. When I see one way only, I would never even think about going right.
Right.
But still
But-
check traffic because it is not a dead end. Like
Right.
it kind of looks like as you're creeping.
Yeah.
So
So anyways, so my stories, because, you know, I was actually supposed to be first, but nobody cares about the rundown, right, Ben?
I was supposed to be first.
No, you were
Yes.
supposed to introduce and then
And then tell my stories.
do you guys
It
need some
says
candy?
starts by telling her story first. It literally
Do we need
says
to post
that.
the rundown for everyone to look
Yes.
Ben, you need, okay.
at? All right, jump in your story.
So, well, my one story was I was actually quite whenever I was talking about this on Saturday, the second night of the of Base Nectar, the night before I had taken the stylist home, so that was kind of cool.
Apparently, he's the EDM dude, right?
He was the opener for Base Nectar on Friday.
Oh, just the one night?
Yeah, he was just the opener that night.
Okay.
And he had flown in for LA, and he was pretty cool. And then one, I guess they have multiple, but one of Base Nectar's managers was also in the car.
Oh,
So
okay.
they kind of went home, went to the hotel, not together, but they stayed at the same hotel. So,
Did you have to specify that they weren't going to bed together?
well, I don't know. Whatever. So the other story is actually quite interesting.
Snort.
It wasn't me.
It was me. I apologize.
The other story is pretty interesting in the sense of I've never had this happen to me before. I've had some 5,000 rides between the two platforms, and yes, I did use to drive for Lyft.
Oh, yeah. Keep going. Keep talking about that.
So, and it's never happened before. So it was a ride. I had 6 people. I drove them home from the concert Base Nectar Friday night, and they didn't know where they were going in the sense that they were staying at Days Inn Hotel, but they had just kind of gone to Google. Hey, I need to go to Days Inn. There's 3 Days Inn Hotel in Grand Rapids. There's 2 right now, but there used to be 3, I guess. One of them was just had recently had a name change. Now it's called Castle Inn and Suites, and that's where it took me to. And that was where they were not from Grand Rapids. They had flown in from New York, and that was they were staying at a Days Inn. They had accidentally then found the now Castle Inn and Suites. So I took them to that one. And we got there, and I was about to drop them off, and they go, this is not where it is. And so we drove around, and well, I don't know. I mean, and they finally find the one, and that's the one by 131.
Where's the third one? Or, well, technically the second one now. So you got the one in Granville, the one on 131 and 28th Street, and then there must be one over by the airport?
I thought there was.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
anyways.
I guess, whatever. Maybe there's only 2, or was only 2. I don't know. But I thought the one on Pearl was a Days Inn.
No, that's a Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn. Okay, yeah. So anyways, I took him finally to 131. I had actually shut off the ride a little bit after we left Castle Inn and Suites because I was like, okay, I'm fucking around here. We gotta find him or whatever. Sorry. Whoops.
All right, you're gonna have to edit that.
So
how is it I'm the only one that has not dropped the F word?
So I actually turned off the fare and I took them to where they needed to go. And it was now $42, and then they tipped me $20. It was a pretty high surge fare. And so, and now I had made $60 on it. Now comes Saturday, I'm out driving, and all of a sudden I get a fare adjustment.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is where it gets interesting because the fare was actually adjusted up. I made an extra $8 on the fare, which means the only reason this would have happened is they called into Uber and said the driver turned off the fare early. And I've just never had that happen before.
I mean, first of all, you shouldn't turn it off. We talked about it before the podcast because you're not covered on insurance. But it was nice of you to do that.
Right.
We've all kind of done that. But just for the newbies out there, you probably shouldn't do that.
Right.
I cannot believe, first of all, that the customer called.
Right.
And the second one, that Uber's gave you the money back.
Right.
There would be no way you could go back to that guy.
No.
Like, it's not like you can say thank you to him or this is bullshit. I can't believe that.
Here's what they say, right? Missed timed trip start end. This fare was adjusted following a report that the trip was not started and or ended at the correct pickup location and destination. They even say following a report, which means the passenger must have reported it.
Yeah, I mean, Uber's not going to just give you the money without. That's amazing that he did that.
So
what a nice guy.
It turned into a $71 fare, including the $20 cash tip. So,
oh man, that's so nice.
So that was a pretty cool trip.
Yeah. So Jesper, update: the Holiday Inn used to be a Days Inn.
See,
so you were right.
I knew.
Who told? Why'd you tell him?
That's
that?
what I said to Chris too.
Son of a gun.
I think it might have been the weekend of Base Nectar or the other weekend before. I picked 2 guys up at the Holiday Inn on up by the airport. They got an Uber from downtown to out there, only to realize they needed the Holiday Inn on Pearl and had to go all the way back downtown.
It happens on the regular. Mm-hmm. I like we said before the podcast, I think a lot of people are drinking. They're just not paying attention. They see, if it's the Days Inn, they see DA and go click. Like they don't even read the. I mean, I'm guilty of it too, even without drinking.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
you just assume it's going to pick the thing that's closest to you.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
it doesn't.
Yeah, you would think that would be so. So Telegram. I don't have any clips from Telegram. I could have.
That's probably okay.
Yeah. So this is a messaging app that we all use, and I'm gonna say we need one more tonight. If anyone new is listening, one more. So you can click on the link in the notes in the description for the Facebook. I don't know if it's in YouTube, but I don't even think anyone's on YouTube yet. Oh
yeah, there's
that one guy.
3 people.
Okay, cool. And so that's the message app we use. We always say it's super lonely out there sometimes. Like, yeah, you can bitch on Facebook, but this is something that you can use to talk to fellow drivers in the area. And we have people from all over the country. That'd be cool to get an international one. That would make my day. We have international listeners in like Canada and stuff.
Yeah.
But, Yeah, check it out. You have to download the app Telegram, and then you click on the link in there, and it'll jump you into the group. So, that is definitely something that you want to do because you can hear Jesper say the F word all the time.
I don't say that.
He doesn't. Only when he rages in traffic, and then it's so aggressive.
Yes.
I actually
and usually it's just us. He doesn't even do it in the main room very often.
I don't race. Last I
rage.
Rage.
But
Yeah,
that's
you
only
do.
when people get
I wish Ben was here to tell about his your rage story last weekend, where he was parked next to you and you were screaming.
Oh my God!
I didn't hear this.
Oh, was that maybe that was only privy for maybe I wasn't supposed to say anything. So
I don't even remember. It was stupid. Sometimes people are just stupid. That's all I can say.
I mean, I do remember Jesper going off about a few things.
but I think when he was doing that, Ben was next to him and he was like slamming the steering wheel and I mean, allegedly.
Like a child.
Yeah. Hey, we've all done it. If we pulled our dash cam footage of some of the stuff anyways.
I honked my horn a lot this last weekend.
So according to Peter is asking if Mountain Dew is the official drink sponsor for the podcast. So no, they're not. But we have all said that we're not going to drink all our normal drinks. So that's why we have to.
Yeah, I've tried to cut out Monster.
We have to drink this lame stuff.
Sam cut out
sugary
coffee, but then brought these chocolate covered pretzels that probably have more sugar and coffee than the sugary coffee.
It's not sugary coffee, and I would have eaten these anyways.
That's true. That's true. So Jesper, you want to jump in?
I can. Hang on. Okay, so the next thing we need to know, we need people to give us reviews on Apple Podcasts. So basically, we are always looking for new listeners to the podcast, and as you know, you can find us on all the standard podcasting platforms. We are using a tool called Lyfting, and so you can certainly find us there, but obviously also on Apple and on Google and all the other platforms. But as far as we know, the only place you can actually review us is on Apple Podcasts. I know,
that's so frustrating.
So that's what we ask you to do. You do need an Apple account, I believe.
Yeah, you can
set up for free if you don't have one.
You can't do it on your phone, but you can do it on your computer.
Yep. Do it on your computer. And so find us there, subscribe us, and then review us. That would help us a lot, please.
Yes. So I just want to talk about our first sponsor. It's Irvine's Auto Repair. I'm wearing one of their hats. Jesper was mad at me that I was wearing their hat. I'm like,
because I'm wearing our hat. You know
well, yeah, I'm wearing. Sam's the only one not. We're struggling. We're on the struggle bus with merch for Sam. Like it's been 3 months.
I mean, I have T-shirts, but it's too cold down here to just have a T-shirt on.
So Irvine's is great. I brought my car into
a T-shirt.
Hey,
well, I'm cold, so
yo,
what?
He's trying to do a sponsor.
Irvine's Auto Repair is the official studio sponsors of the GR Rideshare Adventures podcast. And I brought my car in there, and I did not like the answer that I got, but I'm glad that I brought it in. I'm not going to tell you how much the repair was, and I got a couple of quotes. It's right up there, so check them out.
Starts with a 1.5.
What's that?
Starts with a 1.5.
Oh, it's bigger than a 1.5.
Yeah.
So, yeah, check them out. If you're local, they work on hybrids. They're a woman-owned company, 51%, and the owner is a veteran of the Air Force. And they're on Stafford off of 44th Street. Domestic and Asian only, so none of that Euro trash. Sorry if you have Euro. I'm trying to do an ad. What the? Where did you get the bubbles?
You're so...
Can you at least do that not in an ad?
So childish.
Do it in a story. Anyways, go to Irvine's. You can request a quote online. They'll send you an invoice. Everything's done digitally. They don't use any paper, which I really like. So, and you can approve each thing. So check them out, irvines.com. Yeah, so thank you for that, Sam. Rideshare in the news.
I got them from you.
From me?
They were in the candy bucket.
They were in the candy bucket? I forgot to put the damn ad up. See, this is the problem. I forgot to put this up.
Ben, we need you back.
Yes, we do.
We need a producer, a full-time producer. That's what we need. Not somebody that talks about it and produces. We need one producer. That's just my 2 cents. So, This happened in Grand Rapids. Looks like says, "Dear Shannon, the cash tips you stole from my cup holder. Please buy yourself some deodorant. Love your honest Uber driver. Glad I could help." I mean, so I don't do it as much anymore, but when I first started out, I would take cash and I would put it where people could see it. Mm-hmm. Now, I wouldn't. I'm curious if it was the cup holder like right next to her, because that would be weird, because you can't watch that all the time because it's out of your peripheral vision.
Right.
But I would always put it
Peripheral.
up. Shut up. You know I can't say mercifully. See? Say it.
Mercilessly.
Mercilessly.
Mercilessly. You're close, but not quite.
But anyways, I would always put it up front so that I could see it and everyone could see it. I don't know. Do you guys do that anymore, or do you kind of stop doing that?
I never do it.
I stuff it usually next to my water bottle, so maybe they can see it. It's not intentional. I just shove it in there. And
yeah, I know some people would put it in their visor, just kind of hang down a little bit. I don't know. I
don't intentionally.
I used to have that tablet. Remember that trip cam I used for a while, and then their software was junk? But that would say on there, "Please tip your driver." It's kind of like Octopus. Okay. I think that's useful because if people see it, it just maybe is a reminder. I don't know, but sounds like Shannon has got some BO.
Mm-hmm. I need to do that to my tablet. I think.
And too bad, like run a program.
No, just make a background where it says "tip your driver." I like that.
Yeah, you could do that, and like Pandora could run in the background then.
Yeah, I use Amazon Music, but sure.
Oh, you do? Oh, I swear you kept saying Pandora. Didn't you used to say?
I did at one point, but I switched because of my Amazon Prime discount.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, there's so many like cheap music services out there now. So, did everyone get Disney?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Disney Plus. Sam didn't. I did. I'm excited to watch DuckTales.
I got it for free.
I mean,
you're paying out the other end.
At some point, I'm sure that I will at least get
no matter what.
a trial for it, because there's a lot on it I'd like to watch, but I'm already paying for Netflix, and then I get Hulu bundled with my Spotify with a student discount, but it's like $16 right there. Like, I'm good. I don't need to spend more.
No, there's getting off topic, there's so much content on Netflix and Hulu. You don't need the Disney.
We have cable.
Oh, geez, you need to cut cable.
Well, it's not my call.
Pete, I did that too. Got it for free with Verizon.
Yeah, but my point is you're still paying out the ass for Verizon prices.
I was doing that anyway.
That's true. Yes. That's a good point.
It's not like it cost me anymore.
That's a good point. So next up is a video we all heard about the LAX changing the way they did the pickup. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit of a long video, but it's kind of good. We may dump it towards the end if it gets too long, but it's just a passenger experience video of what goes on now that they've changed that setup at LAX. So let's get there.
Oh my God. There's food trucks here. There's 2 food trucks here. I shouldn't have to be waiting long enough for a car to order and get food. There are bathrooms here. I should be in a car. I shouldn't be going to the bathroom. There are camera crews here. I should be in a car, not on camera. We are here at LAX, where it is incredibly loud. We are here at LAX, where they recently implemented a change to their rideshare system. You used to be able to walk out those doors and step right into your ride home. Now, you can walk out those doors where you catch a shuttle, takes you outside of the airport to a lot where you get to catch your ride home. Or you can skip the shuttle entirely, walk out these doors, walk outside the airport to the lot where you can catch your ride home. Shuttles are supposed to arrive every 3 to 5 minutes, and as you can see from this graphic, these are the estimated times it takes to get from terminal to the lot. And if you take a look at this graphic, that's how long it's estimated to take from terminal to the lot if you walk. Which is what I'm going to be doing, beginning at the furthest terminal from the lot, Terminal 4, starting now. Hold on, stop. I forgot my luggage. Reset, and starting now. No thank you, I don't need it, I'm walking. It's a lot further than I thought. You guys don't have to wait, you can just walk all the way there. You know, I see all these people waiting in line for these shuttles, and I just think back to like one of those things my grandfather used to say. He used to say, shuttles are for space. So so far so good. It hasn't been too bad. I'm sure come holiday season when there's a lot more people here, a chilly day in November, haven't experienced much to complain about. You know, as much as I enjoyed this walk, I do keep thinking to myself, boy, I could have already been in a car on my way home. Oh my God. Yeah, look, we arrived a little bit under 20 minutes, so it looks like it was accurate. Thank you, Los Angeles Times Graphics. So I'm gonna order an Uber X now, and it says I should be picked up and to my location in 17 minutes. Still finding my ride. It's still finding my ride. Oh, request expired. Thanks so much for checking. All cars are currently filled, but please check back again shortly. Okay, I re-requested a car and I just got in. So now I have a PIN that I give to the next available driver. Down and around, sound good, right? Down and around, down and around. People are really mad. They don't want to go down and around. They just want to go around. I'm gonna go around and around. So, if I understand correctly, we're waiting for any car, the next car, but that car will have to be picking us up all the way down there. All right, so we just got moved from the back of that line to the back of this line. Okay, so just now LAX tweeted that a Uber car would take 30 minutes to come, and now we are waiting on minute number 6. I haven't lost hope yet. Okay, so we found our line buddies. You guys just got in,
yes.
Right? Okay. What's your experience like so far?
So far, it seems like it's long lines, a lot of people, big crowds, and kind of hard to figure out exactly what's going on and what you're supposed to do, where you're supposed to find your ride.
A lot of confusion, especially we just flew in from Athens, so like to add this on top of an already long trip is not great.
We got off the plane, we saw the signs on the wall kind of right away for LA exit, and then it's like all the green stuff. So then there were signs, but it didn't really tell you what to do or where to go or whatever. And then, so we had to ask somebody, and then they pointed us to the people with the green vests outside. And then right away they told us how to do it. Me personally, knowing if this is how it's going to be, I think I'd rather just arrange for a car service to come and get me.
Okay, so it's been 18 minutes. We've gone from 4C to 4B. 4B stands for you're not at the front of the line yet. We're so close to the front I can taste it. It tastes like car exhaust, jet fuel. Okay, we're at 30 minutes and there are no cars anywhere to pick us up.
All the way down, all the way down.
Oh, there's one.
All the way down.
There's one. One car. We're next. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. You're almost there. Good luck. Well, it took 32 minutes and we got our car. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. I'll throw this bag in here. Take this one off. I'm going to enjoy my ride.
I think the system is working, but for the traffic, I don't see any changes. As we go outside, you're going to see there's a lot of traffic coming to pick yeah, you see all this?
We just arrived back here at the LA Times from LAX on a Sunday night, which they say is the busiest night of the week. They estimate 19 minutes to walk from terminal to the lot. It took us 20. They say it was going to take us 30 minutes to pick up a car. It took us 32. Overall, pretty accurate. However, under the old system, 52 minutes would have been just enough time for me to get a car, get back to my home in Koreatown, and start reading the LA Times, which you should subscribe to. So we can keep doing things like going to LAX without a flight. You know, that sounds silly, right? You know how silly? So silly you should subscribe to the newspaper. And then also subscribe to the channel while you're at it. It's free. Subscribe to the newspaper, and then you get this for free.
Okay, so that was a long video.
Right.
So let's kind of give a synopsis. You know, they were having a traffic issue, so they rerouted everything.
Yep.
It sounds like
Made some pretty distinct changes in at the
Yeah.
LAX. Yep.
one of the things I thought was weird is, and I don't know what you guys think, is the code. So you don't actually get matched with a driver. It's just you're next in line. What do
Right.
you think of that process? Do you think that would be quicker, easier, fair? I don't know.
I mean, if they're sober, it'd be great.
Yeah.
But if I let people walk off a plane drunk, like I watched a lady fall in the road drunk.
Really?
Yeah.
But let's look at it from this. Would you? So you don't even know who you're picking up.
No.
Until they're getting in your car.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like.
Which I guess
But
it,
you don't know today, I guess.
Yeah, you really don't. You have a name. I'm like,
right. I mean, it completely prevents discrimination. Because
What?
at that point, you have waited so long, you are not telling that customer no.
well, for both ways. The
But-
rider's not going to tell the driver no either.
Right. But I guess you don't know how long your trip is. Like
Yeah.
one of the best perks of Uber Pro is you get to know how long your trip is. If you don't know until that passenger gets in your
So,
car.
apparently, Uber Pro does not work at LAX. There we go.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I Sam and I were talking when it was muted. I'm like, we're so spoiled with Grand Rapids. That looks like a cluster.
Yeah.
Oh,
So confusing, but
Yeah.
at least they're trying to do it. I feel like
Yeah, I give them props for attempting a better solution. I just don't know if they've succeeded.
well, the follow up on that, and we're not going to play that video. It did improve.
Good.
The times got better.
and I guess I don't know why he walked to the Uber staging area because
'cause I
they
thought
do have a shuttle
Yeah, they do have a shuttle. It's supposed to run.
the shuttle
every
was
3
gonna-
to 5 minutes.
could take just as long. That
Yeah.
was basically what he's.
Oh, is that what he? Okay.
Okay.
All
The
right.
shuttle could take just as long, and he's like, I might as well walk. And then, as you said, the follow-up video does state that at that point now it's down, below 20 minutes till you are in the car.
I think that's a fair.
Right.
At LAX,
Except
that's
for
probably,
LAX, yeah.
Yeah.
probably, to be expected.
And what do they hurry for? What are they hurrying for? They're just going to get on the highway and be bumper to bumper traffic anyways. So,
Right.
So Andy points out that that's another reason why airports are not worth the effort and wait in most markets. So obviously, and that, I mean, Grand Rapids is a very small market when it comes to airport.
Right.
We get that, and most weekend nights, there's probably 10 in the queue for Uber XL. For Uber X.
yeah, I think the most I've seen in there is 25.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
that-
when was that?
I mean,
The week of Christmas last year.
yeah, or
Well,
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so those are special times, right? I mean, those are.
And I'm
but-
sure this summer. I feel like Greg said at one point during the summer, he went and there was already like 25 to 30 in the queue during the day.
See that
Which
I
again,
just
summers are
don't
slow.
understand at all.
yeah.
Right? So, but yeah,
I know Andy is in the Washington, D.C. market, so I'm sure that airport, whatever airport's over there,
yeah.
nutty.
DC probably has their own airport.
Yeah, but I can't remember what it's called.
Oh.
Duluth? No.
Maybe
Is it
Andy
Duluth?
can help us with
I
that.
don't know. But anyways, I know it must be crazy like it is in Detroit. And
I mean, I saw some of those queues. They're like 250 X's in line.
but I think you have to put that in perspective because
No,
I think
sure.
it goes as fast as ours probably
Right.
does.
Yeah, there's people who say, yeah, the queue will say 250, but you'll have a ride in half an hour.
And that's about can be.
Right. That's
Yeah.
reasonable.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. You know, you guys always call me the airport bitch, but I do miss the airport. I really like taking it because it's just they're always mostly pleasant,
Yes.
unless they're grumpy from their flight. But it's you get to meet new people that aren't. I mean, you say you've had some drunk people, which I have too, but
Right.
mostly during the day they're not. They're pleasant. They're not drunk. They don't smell typically. You know, I don't know. I miss the airport
it's
runs.
mostly pleasant people who are just happy to be going home.
Right.
Yes, they've been. It's a long travel day. This is their last leg. We're the last mile to get them home.
Reagan Airport
Reagan National.
And
Yeah.
and dolls.
in Virginia. Dulles is in Virginia.
Okay, so I had a D. I was close on that one.
Okay. So anyway, so Andy says there's between 99 and 200 people in queue at
Man. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of airports, Ann Curry from, I think she was on the Today Show. She still might be, but she does more investigative journalism now. But
Did your wife make popcorn?
it smells like popcorn,
Yes,
doesn't it?
it does.
It smells delicious.
Sorry.
No wonder I don't hear my dog snoring because he's begging for popcorn right now.
Hey, Megan.
No, we can't be eat. It's bad enough we're drinking carbonated beverages every 4 seconds. I'm like, so Ann Curry tweeted, "Where am I? A TSA agent TSA agent just called me honey. Another smile. Have a wonderful day. And everybody seems really kind and nice. Oh, that's right. I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan at Gerald R. Ford International Airport. Civility exists.
So that was
It
pretty
is the
cool.
That
Midwest.
was so cool.
The next day, all the markets just jumped on that. All the media just jumped on that notice.
It's so nice that it's almost an ad. Like it feels like you see the sponsored ad on Facebook. You're like,
Yeah.
this seems like an ad, but it's true. I mean, yes, we have jerk people in Grand Rapids, but for the most part, Grand Rapids is compared to New York.
The number one compliment we get from out of towners,
Oh, yeah.
how nice everyone is here and how clean it is here.
Yeah, which I don't think it's that clean. I drive down the highway and I see trash all over,
It's a
but
lot cleaner than some places.
I was surprised as to how far people seem to come in just for a nice getaway weekend.
Yes.
Last weekend, I had somebody flew in from Cleveland, and the only reason they came in just to try the brew. They wanted to
I
do
know.
the
Brewery
Crusaders.
tours.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
shocking to me. I'm like, oh, what are you guys up for? Oh, I just wanted to check out the beer. I'm like,
Yeah.
We
I had
just
one this
we
weekend.
just got the Brusader T-shirt. This is my final stamp. It's like, oh, cool. You know,
Yeah.
So it's just nice to see, and it's such a big difference from just 15 years ago in Grand Rapids.
oh, yeah.
Giant, huge difference.
I'm so proud of this city, how far it's come, even through the recession, and
Yep.
it's been really cool.
I people laugh when I used to say when I say that 15 years ago there used to only be one restaurant downtown. It was TGI Fridays, and it was closed on Sundays.
Was it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was closed on Sunday?
Yeah.
Because they just didn't have the foot traffic.
No.
They were only open for the lunch crowd. Yeah,
For the business lunch crowd.
I know exactly.
That's crazy. I always say, like, back in the 90s, you didn't go on Division because it would just be hookers and, which it was. Like,
I mean-
Division and Wealthy.
It
My,
still is if
yeah,
you go down south
D&W,
enough,
yeah.
right?
I mean, you don't see it on the regular, though.
Right.
I mean,
true.
let's see. I worked at the jail 8-9 years ago.
Yeah.
And on my way to there one morning, it was winter. I didn't defrost my windows, and I ended up pulling over and waiting. And while my car was sitting there at 2:35 in the morning, a hooker came up and knocked on my window.
Hey.
Yeah, it's very awkward.
Want a good time?
And I just waved and drove off.
Oh, my goodness.
You didn't give her a 50?
Shockingly, no.
You told us about when you were younger. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
anyway,
let's do that.
So next up, I don't know. This looks like it came maybe from Reddit. It says this Lyft driver with tires so bald you can see the steel cords. I mean, we don't know if it's a Lyft driver. Come on, man. If you're gonna do that, get a video and prove that it's a Lyft driver. But
Right.
that is pretty warm.
Yeah, for anybody to be driving.
How does a
with that.
tire wear like that on the edge?
Maybe their wheel bearings are going bad. It's not balanced right.
Is that what it is?
It could be.
I
So
don't know.
before we do the next story, I want to do the Car Star competition again because we have none so
Yeah,
far.
I know.
Yes.
What
so
is up?
again, you guys can win the Aquapel. All you have to do is hashtag CarStar. So come on, guys. Go get a Aquapel clean windshield wash on steroids.
What was that again?
I don't know. Something.
I like he doesn't try again. He just
Somebody sign up, please. Come on.
Well, I feel like we have to start putting, like, if 5 people don't enter, we're not giving it away.
Yeah.
Or something to that effect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if your tires are that bad, please.
Peter says it's your tires.
My tires, no, that is not my car. I do not own a gray car, but I am getting new tires tomorrow at 11:30. So I am super.
Finally, so we can stop listening to you talk about how you have to go get new tires on Thursday.
Do I take that? Do I say that a lot?
You do.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just giving you crap.
So wait, is that on Thursday?
Yeah, it's Thursday tomorrow, 11:30. RHD tire.
So I should mention too that, and maybe Jeff is, but this is for local markets only. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You have to go to the local Car Star here and have
Yeah,
it done
it's
here in
not
Grand
a.
Rapids.
I know you can buy Rain-X stuff in the store, but this is something that's applied by the place. So,
Yeah, so
if you want to come to Grand Rapids,
Yeah, I
but
think Jeff's out of Cleveland.
yeah,
I think Cincy. I thought
Whatever.
so
Ohio.
same state. Jeff, do you like Ohio? Before I say something about Ohio, and it's not sports related. All right, so this one's kind of scary. This driver found a loaded gun underneath that says, "Please, please, please check your cars after you're done with a ride." I did, and I still missed this under my passenger seat. Thank goodness I cleaned my car daily. Yes, it was loaded, and yes, I cleared it. Lyft has called and talked to me 4 times so far tonight and emailed 4 times. I've talked with the police almost 2 hours. They were great. Thank you. All I can think is, thank goodness a child didn't find that. So I finally got to drive my 4th ride of the night. Okay, I don't know why I'm reading all this. Looks like she had some spills. But anyways, bottom line, check your car. I mean,
always.
We save these stories. I feel like we need to reach out to Wendy, like find her and hear the follow-up. Like, was the gun stolen? Like, do you know who it was?
Did you hear anything about it?
Yeah, because it's always, you see these great stories and you never see the follow-up on it.
Right. So guys, if you guys find something crazy in your car, you guys can write us an email on Facebook about it or something like that. We've had some pretty crazy stuff. I know that Ben had a particular straw found in his car once.
Yep.
Obviously, or tons of phones, that kind of stuff. I had a whatever. So lots of fun things. So if you have something fun to talk about, let us know.
Yeah, we always, I think the last over Base Nectar weekend, I think Jesper got a half a bottle of Bacardi.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Ben found a Camelback. I found a Central Perk pen, like from Friends. So I don't know if you found it.
I got some stuff from the Base Hunter crowd, just like trinkets that they had been wearing for the show.
And they probably didn't purposely do it because they were so nice.
Right.
I clearly don't know what Molly does. I thought it was just like aggressively touching people.
No.
Is that ecstasy?
Well, I can explain this to you after the show.
Well, you didn't see what Jesper was doing. He was like...
Well, you said aggressively touched.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm so out of reality when it comes to drugs like that.
Right.
I just thought it was like... I didn't know it was like the, oh man, I love you drug. I thought that was what pot was.
Yeah.
Or alcohol.
I mean, again, it's also different for different people. So.
Oh, it reacts different.
Well, I mean, to an
chemistry.
extent, some people just how you are naturally can enhance that. If you're,
Same thing for booze. Right. If you're,
So.
Elsie found a half pack of Camels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found cigarettes before.
I found a full pack once.
All right.
Sold them on eBay. No, I didn't, but.
No, it's your tires, bro. Anyways.
All right. So it is time for our next sponsor of the night, which is CarStar Impact of Cascade. This is where I freeze up because I don't do these.
Oh, no. You said you were going to do it.
I was going to do it. I just don't know what else to say.
So they're located at...
to you when you do it.
Well, you got the card.
I know. Do you okay.
They're located on 36th and Craft in Grand Rapids, right near the airport. We've all kind of been there. I still need to get my stupid bodywork fixed. But another expense came up that the body part's going to get put back on the list. So
I do want to go in and get the Aquapel soon.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I need to go there and just do it. But yeah, so Steve keeps a bay open for rideshare drivers, at least to get an estimate and to find out exactly what they need right away and get them back out. He's a great guy. They do detail work. Steve, Peter won the detail for, I guess it doesn't matter which car he uses. I know the one car, Lyft, get off your ass and help Peter out.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
I'm so tired of that.
Oh, trust me, it took us 3.5 weeks to get our Lyft adjuster to talk to us.
Yeah. But I know Steve will fight for you, for your insurance company, whichever way you want to go, right, Sam?
Yes, it is.
So, yeah, check them out again at CarStar Impact of Cascade on 36 and Craft. And, of course, again, I need a producer, and I didn't put the ad up like a dummy.
If you if you bring it in and you're having a hard time with your insurance company.
I hope this board fries.
We're getting a new one.
Shh, that's a secret.
They're very good at helping you with your insurance company, too. It's just like if you drop the car off and you're not getting a response, they're going to hound them too.
Right.
Because they want to get your car out of there.
Yeah, and they don't use cheap parts either. I know Ben, he got an estimate originally when he dinged up his car, I think last year, and they wanted to put, aftermarket parts. And Steve's like, no, we're going to put OEM on there.
Right.
So, yeah, check them out. 954-9200. Thank you very much, CarStar.
Next time I'll write notes for what to say for the CarStar ad other than CarStar.
Do you want to have? Yeah, I just tell a story. Yeah, that's all I do.
So we're gonna wait a little bit. Obviously, at this point, we still don't have anybody signed up for the competition.
Yep. Then we're not gonna give it away.
We had Jeff. He was not a local. So yep. So I guess we don't have a giveaway tonight, guys.
So we're going to jump into, this is not a rideshare, but this is super cool, and I'm glad Jesper put it on there. At first, I was like, but it's kind of a neat story.
Yeah.
About a guy
he does drive.
Well, he does drive. It's a Krispy Kreme guy that basically, and we'll watch the video, went to, he drove like 2 hours because they didn't have a Krispy Kreme where they lived.
Right.
Loaded up like 10 dozen or was it more than that?
First time was 10 or 15 dozen.
And went back and sold it and was making an insane profit. So let's listen to the video and see exactly what they say, because I think there's some follow-up with this, and I don't know if it talks about it in here.
Our most talked about right now on our Care 11 Facebook page, with hundreds of shares and hundreds of comments, for good reason, because it has to do with donuts. Yeah, this guy you see here, he's known as the Donut Guy. It's like a superhero name. His real name, though, is Jason Gonzalez. He's 21 years old and is a student at Metropolitan State University. Now, for a little extra cash on the weekends, Jason would drive 270 miles from the Twin Cities all the way to Clive, Iowa, which is the closest Krispy Kreme store. Yeah, Minnesota, we don't have a Krispy Kreme store. We haven't had one for the past 11 years. So Jason would then pack up his car with about 100 boxes of Krispy Kreme donuts and then drive back up north to deliver them to people here in the Twin Cities. And he charged anywhere between $17 to $20 a box. That is, until Krispy Kreme heard about his operation and then told him to shut down. But some good news this morning, you guys. In a new post from Jason just last night, the Donut Guy said, in part, "I am pumped to announce that I will be able to continue the business soon and have the support of Krispy Kreme. Part of the new plan, though, is getting a bigger vehicle, which is why the Donut Guy has created a GoFundMe account." This story, though, is really blown up all over social media. It's gone national. But here's what our Sunrisers are saying. John here doing the math for us this morning. He said at $11 a dozen in Iowa and then selling them for $18 on average, he's making $7 a box times 90 dozen. On average, he's making $630. He goes down and breaks down all the gas and all that, but he was making thousands of bucks over the past few weeks. This person says Krispy Kremes are the sweet Marthas of the donut industry. Great when they're warm, hot garbage when they cool off. And I actually couldn't agree with that person more. And Marie asked the question, can they legally tell him to stop? And I was actually really interested to find that answer out. Marie, I don't know for certain, but I don't think they can, because once you buy a product, you're buying it at cost.
Right.
You have the right to sell it again, right? If you're a lawyer, chime in. We would love to hear from you.
I can see Krispy Kreme not liking the resale thing because if something, I mean, I don't know if donuts can go bad with salmonella or something, right? After a trip in an unrefrigerated vehicle, let's say, if somebody gets sick, they're going to go after Krispy Kreme, not Jason Gonzalez.
They did say it was a liability, but since he bought the product, can he not?
It's his now, right? So,
it's tough.
Good question.
A lot of gray area there. We'll have to find some lawyers to answer those right now.
Go ahead.
So the follow-up was that he was allowed to do it, and Krispy Kreme gave him 50 dozen donuts.
Yeah. I wonder what made them flip, because originally...
it was the
bad press.
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, they got a lot of bad press over that.
Well, he talks about, what happens if they get... he talked about salmonella at the end. I'm like, they come out hot, right? So they're not going to go bad. They're donuts. There's tons of preservatives in them. I don't know. It was just kind of funny.
And when donuts sit on a shelf all day, everywhere. It's not.
But honestly, there is a risk. If you buy it for your work, your office, whatever, and even if you sold them at your office, whatever. But he's volume of donuts. So if he screws it up, or I don't know.
But what was it? Let's say that he would accidentally or not put something on the donuts. Okay,
Right.
Like what?
I don't know. But, whatever it is. Are people going to go after
Anthrax.
Krispy Kreme, or are they going to go after him? And
They're going to initially go after Krispy Kreme and then be told.
Exactly.
Well, the lawsuit will get filed, and it will go until it's in front of a judge, and then the judge will be like, "Oh, well, this guy had control of them."
You bought it from a third-party vendor.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, who knows, though? Somebody probably could sue and
But
win.
it's going to go back and be bad publicity to Krispy Kreme no matter what. We know that, right? And so it's not like I don't understand them saying no.
I'm kind of glad that they did flip, you remember the Iowa guy that held up the sign, I want a case of Busch beer or whatever, and then they found a racist tweet 10 years ago when he was 16 and everyone went away from him like he was the plague. I wish they would have said, guys, he was 16. He's not like this. Like, let's just continue supporting this guy. So I'm kind of glad Krispy Kreme flipped it.
Right.
Kind of looks bad that they flipped. I mean, a little bit. I guess if you're going to stand
maybe
around.
what they're trying to do is to test the market to see if it's worth it for them to open up another one in his market.
Not only that, but more of a delivery service instead of.
Right.
I mean, they deliver to gas stations.
They do. They just have limits to how far they'll drive.
Right, which makes sense.
I worked at Krispy Kreme for 2 years.
Mike, how many jobs have you had? Every time I talk to you, I've known you for a while, you bring up a new job.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of Krispy Kreme either, unless they're hot.
I didn't mind them when I started working there.
Too much air in them.
Too fluffy.
I'm a cake donut person, so that's not a problem for me. Yeah.
Well, they're not cake donuts, are they?
They're fluffy.
They have both.
Oh, they have both? I didn't know that.
Never
I don't.
tried
They have
cake
like
donuts.
4 kinds of cake donuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Clearly, I don't go there enough.
And Krellers.
And what?
Krellers.
I don't even know what that is.
Fancy shaved sour cream ones.
Yeah,
All right. So
care.
the next one I'm really excited about. It's just a picture, and it is somewhere. It looks like Toronto, so in Canada.
Well, it does say Toronto.
In case you didn't know where Toronto was. No, there's no. It does not say Toronto. The O is blocked at the end.
Oh,
So I did for our listeners, that don't, most people listen to the podcast. So it's a screenshot and it says a $2 tip included, and there's a button underneath that says thanks sent. So apparently they're testing that where you can thank your rider.
Mm-hmm.
Right? How important do you think that is?
Oh, I think it's
You think it's
super
huge?
important.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If riders that did tip got a thank you the next day, it would definitely put them in a better spirit to continue doing it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I wish you could write a comment, but they can't monitor it, right? Because what if you wrote like "you son of a," you know what I mean?
Right.
Oh,
They
I
don't
hate
want
it.
us being inappropriate.
Right. I wish. Well, what would be neat is if, and this is just dreaming, that you could write the comment, but it got held for submission, and somebody reviewed it.
Right. But that'd be expensive.
Well, a computer. I mean, they do algorithms now when they respond to our emails.
Just look for troublesome words.
Yeah, I don't know, but this is really cool. I hope this comes to.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, people who tip $1 or $3, I probably wouldn't bother with. But
Really?
5+.
I mean,
maybe 3.
But it's so easy just to hit a button.
I mean, dollar tips, I would never bother with it.
Why?
It's $1. I don't know.
I'll take your dollars then.
I would take a
Yeah.
dollar
Okay,
too.
I just
between
don't
now
feel the
and the
need to say
rest of the
thank
year,
you.
every dollar tip you get, you give to me, or maybe we'll put it in the pot. Oh yeah, don't you owe us $5?
I do. I forgot it at home.
Where's the $5? Come on.
Anyways, but I think this is really cool. I think that's it's nice. It's finally. Can we at least do some Molly if we're going to blow bubbles?
$5. Come on.
I mean, seriously, guys.
Well,
I mean, I can talk to one of our Patreons.
I did not. Yeah, right. I did not give you those bubbles. Sam did. So we got 2 videos coming up. One is a minor trying to ride, and we'll debut my fussy video, and you all have to decide if I was actually in the right or the wrong. I'm sure everyone will say I was in the wrong.
Before we even see it, you were in the wrong.
Right.
And apparently on Lyft, you can go back and leave a comment already.
You can?
Yeah, that's what Larry said.
Yeah. Just for your guys' information, I'm going to stay off the comments because I think it's distracting to me. So if you guys see anything, feel free to interrupt, except in the ad.
Yeah.
Chris Cooper said he has to thank you. He had to thank you on his phone.
Yeah, where's he from? He's from... I haven't heard from him since the last podcast, but I don't know where he's from. Well, that's good. Why do they...
Philly.
Oh, Philly.
Yeah.
It's a big market.
Yeah.
I wish they would just push all this out because, like, why are you testing this? This is a positive thing.
Right.
It's not a money thing. It's like...
Right. And if nobody uses it, nobody uses it. Oh, well.
Yeah, big deal.
He's from Pennsylvania, so not Philly. So, anyways.
Isn't that close? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So...
I'm sorry. Isn't that close?
I don't know.
Philadelphia is in Pennsylvania.
Hey, do I look like a geography major?
I don't know.
Oh, Sam got it. She loved that one. She's busting up on that one. Miss College.
Either way, Miss
Just
College.
do your numbers.
We don't have fancy degrees like you.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a minor trying to ride. This is frustrating. The guy was a little douchey, but when you show mine, I was a little douchey too. So.
Shocking.
All right, I'm going to leave him unmuted for this guy, so just see if we can comment. It'll go.
Wait, you blurred yourself?
This is not mine.
Oh.
Hey there. Do you have an ID showing me you're over 18? It doesn't show me your age.
No.
Okay, yeah, you have to be over 18 to take the Uber by yourself. You have to have an adult ride if you're not over 18.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's Uber's policy.
So is it going to give me my money back?
You have to talk to Uber about that.
No, because that don't make sense, because Uber I just took it and make me...
I'll pull up their policy for you.
This is like, I'll pull up your policy.
Yeah.
Like she cares.
Nah, I don't care. Nah. I need... Because I just took Uber home from work, and then they didn't say nothing about no age.
It says right here, a rider must be at least 18 years of age to have an Uber account and request
Is this
rides.
Pete?
Anyone
Is this mini
under
Pete?
18
He'd
must
pull
be
out a
licensed
policy.
18 years of age or older on any ride. That's their policy right here.
Mom, so tell me why this Uber talking about so I got to be 18 to take it, and then or Uber ain't going to give me my money back. He asked for ID. That don't make sense because I just took one home.
Sorry about your ears. So, yeah. It's so tough to figure out the minor thing. Like, I don't want to do it, but I'm pretty sure I took one today. It was borderline. I'm not going to ask for ID. I mean, if it's blatantly obvious and you can't see the girl there,
right?
Maybe it was blatantly obvious that he was like, "Hey, are you 18?"
Yeah. Or if you're picking up from a high school, you're like, odds are.
If I get a high school request, I will cancel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one from what was that show? It was like a music show 4 days at the Belknap Park.
Breakaway.
Breakaway.
Nice.
Yep. I had one there, and I said no.
Yeah.
Nope, not going. She was only 16, and she was drunker than I don't know.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah. That's a really good reason not. But someone took her.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, taking a drunk female 16-year-old home.
And again,
good luck with that one.
Oh man, if she's not a regular drinker, that's going to be a rough morning. I got an.
It was still light.
Well, that was a daytime show too, so that you could start drinking at noon.
Yeah.
And how was she?
Well,
somebody must have been.
Yeah, somebody in the park was just feeding her alcohol. And
I forgot what I was going to say.
It's tricky.
It's tricky. Don't know. Yeah, I definitely think you should do your due diligence and always have a dash cam. Oh, I was arguing with some guy today about, and I typically don't argue in the groups. I just try to be helpful, but anyways, he was so adamant that Uber doesn't pay the cancel fee if you choose unaccompanied minor. I said,
oh, that's right. You said that.
It should. If you wait your 5 and choose that, you should get.
It doesn't matter what reason you select. You just wait your 5.
Yeah, and he was arguing with me, and then he's like, "Oh, I don't want to go to jail. I'm not going to do it." Like he wanted to make sure he chose the minor setting, and because I said, "Well, if it doesn't work that way, do it ride or no show, and just email Uber about it." And he was like passionate that he was going to go to jail for 5 years for something criminal.
So Elsie put on here that there's a lady in Muskegon who apparently sends her kids in an Uber every morning and just has a video chat going on one of their phones and talks to them for the whole ride until they get to school.
Interesting.
It's still not okay because the driver could just take that phone away and that's it, you're done.
That's true. I mean, at least I understand.
Elementary age kids.
Ooh, no. I understand that the availability of rides has now increased for a lot of people, and it's affordable, which I'm super happy for that. Not everyone wants to take a 2-hour city bus ride, but man, you just can't do that.
So let's talk about waiting time just for a little bit. So we all say wait your 5, but isn't it only 3?
No, it's 2 minutes that you don't get paid for, and then 3 minutes that you do.
So that being said, that means that comfort is 10 minutes.
Is it really?
Because it's the 2 minutes you don't get paid for, and then it's 8 minutes I have to wait for it. That
makes sense, though. They get twice as long.
So question for you. I would like you to do some stats. I know you only drive on the weekend. How many comforts are you getting? Like, can you ballpark it?
So last weekend, I actually got almost half my rides.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a lot more comfort.
And
now.
so what is it, like 20% more per ride? Is there a
not for sure. I know that
they're charged like almost double for an Uber X.
But I did notice one interesting thing is I think there's a tendency for people with bigger groups to start using comfort because they're using that as an indication of getting a van. So they will, even though they need.
There's more than just vans that are comfort, isn't there?
There is, but I've had several of the groups that I had to upgrade to an XL because they hire them as a comfort. So they have a larger because you have to have more leg room. So they have a larger chance of getting an XL with a comfort. So they order a comfort instead of an XL, thinking that the driver isn't going to upgrade him, and they're just going to pay the cheaper XL rate.
So XL is cheaper than Comfort?
No. He misspoke.
Comfort is cheaper than XL.
Not dramatically, but it is a little bit cheaper than XL still, but it's significantly more expensive, I would say, than Uber X. Because I ordered a ride for Mom the other day, and the Comfort price was almost twice as much.
At that time of day?
Yeah, it was normal. It was no surge, normal, regular kind of day. Yeah.
And Select is more money than Comfort, though, and XL.
Yes.
Yeah. Select is more than XL. Yeah.
I did actually get a Select today.
Yeah.
I don't know why. My car is definitely not qualified anymore for Select. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I mean, the inside's nice, but it does have some issues.
And to be fair, people doing that, I mean, I get it because I drive a tiny XL.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm not the only person who has a tiny XL. So sometimes people are just like, all right, I don't want a tiny third row. If I order a Comfort, maybe I'll get a minivan and we'll be more comfortable.
Yeah.
But I still upgrade them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course.
And
I had one this week. 5 people just piled in. No questions. No, do you have enough room? Just 5 people just piled in.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
just know that if you're on a surge or anything like that, don't try to do the up. They will not give you the surge price if you up to an XL.
That's lame.
That's not true. That
yes, it is true.
It happened to me.
Prove it, or it didn't happen.
Well, I can't find the right.
I can't either, but I know that I fought for one but they're like, nope. If you up to an XL, you're not getting the surge on it, and you'll make less on the XL than the X. So I just gave up. I wasn't going to do the math on it.
Okay, but I know it happened to me once. I don't know how much it was, but they did upgrade it.
And just for new drivers that are listening, and I know we don't have. The amount of people on Facebook and YouTube is just a small half percentage of our listeners. But Lyft, you cannot do that. They will not pay you for it. Right. So you have to ask the customer to cancel and reorder
an XL.
Which is, I think they do that because it's awkward. And I try, if I have a Lyft and it's like short and it's one extra person, I don't even bother.
I go based off of the temperament of the group.
True.
I had a group this last weekend that the girl walked up to my car and she said, "How many can you take?" I was like, 6. She's like, okay. She walks back to her friends. They come back. They start piling in. And I see a third person try and squeeze in the back row, which there's not room for. And I was like, guys, I said 6. I cannot take 7. Wait, what? Are you sure? Like, yes, I'm sure. The app says a maximum of 6. I can only fit 6. Let's be real. Look around you.
Well, it's bench, both front and back, right?
Yeah, but the back bench is
itty
bitty.
New video bit. Let's me, and Ben get in the back of Sam's car and do it with a we might have to butter up to get back there.
So
why do you got to make it sexy?
I had 2 of them though that weekend, like that night. I was like, I know you guys think that because you're paying for XL, it will take however many people you have, but no, it's 6.
Well,
I mean, there are occasionally cars that do have that extra 7th seat. Yes. But if that's not the car that shows up, you actually haven't paid for that 7th button.
Yeah. You got to kind of make a game time decision,
right?
Of hey,
I'll just take the bad rating. Like 6 of you can get in. That's it.
Yeah, well, we know Jesper just takes them now. He doesn't follow the rules.
Hey. We didn't want to mention that out loud.
I mean...
I think I may have had one or two too many in my car.
Well, not like
Too many
Ben's
drinks?
9.
No.
Yeah. We've all done it, but you should not do it on the reg. No. They don't all wear seatbelts anyways. Who gives a shit?
So, do we want to
nobody
mention the seatbelt law real quick? Because there
In
is
the back
that.
seat, you don't have to wear a seatbelt.
Well, that's the thing, right?
Yep.
So according to the seatbelt law in Michigan right now, and I know it's different for every state, but if you are 16, you have to definitely wear a seatbelt. If you're over 16, you don't have to wear a seatbelt in the back, only in the front. And technically, the way that at least the Grand Rapids Police Department is reading the law, as long as everybody who has a seatbelt is wearing it, that is on, that has to 16 or less, then they don't really care. Then the car is following the rules.
I just don't know how that is.
Technically, you can have more than 6 in your car, as long as anybody who has to wear a seatbelt is wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah.
I wear a seatbelt every time I get in a car. Like, I don't know why. Why would you get in a ride share? A guy that you don't know. I mean, yeah, okay, he's been vetted, but
whatever. Yeah.
He's been vetted. I mean, the guy that I had, he was a fine driver, but he had been 4 rides in there. Why wouldn't you put a belt on?
Well, Monday morning, we're slipping and sliding around town, and I had a lady in the back seat with no seatbelt on. Like, what are you doing?
That's bananas.
Like, I'm barely stopping at lights. Like, I'm giving myself 300 feet to stop and still barely stopping before going through the intersection.
Yeah. What do you think about drivers that say, like, you have to wear a seatbelt or you can't ride? Because I've seen that in the groups. Like,
sure.
No seatbelt, no ride.
It's your car.
It's their ride. And honestly, he's safer if they're belted in.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if
Everybody
you
is safer,
if you get in an accident, that person's coming right towards the back of your head.
But it's just not worth the fight for me.
Oh.
If they're adults and they're in the back seat, I just don't care. The people next to me, I will say put your seatbelt on.
Oh, absolutely.
But
me too.
Well, the only reason I do that is, one,
it dings.
It dings.
It dings.
Yeah, that's right. We have to.
My car doesn't ding. It doesn't work. The ding doesn't work.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, get your ding ding fixed. I definitely think we need to do Secret Santa and
Just don't play with your ding ding.
Ben? We need to do Secret Santa and then make sure that Pelka gets one of those tools that turns the seatbelt thing off. All right, moving on.
She doesn't feel good. We can leave her alone tonight.
Yeah, she won't hear this. So, all right. Next up is my video. All right, I was very polite, and I was not grumpy. I promise. So you guys can be the judge of that. Let me bump down there a little bit. Got so many things to talk about.
I love how it's called Jason is Fussy video.
Yeah.
That's how I labeled. That's how I labeled it. No, I labeled it. Yeah, I put that in there. No, I added this last night. So, all right, here we go. I will leave the mics on, too.
I have vodka on my
You look
hand.
fussy.
It's not a really big deal, though. Do you have an aux cord?
No.
It's fine. Do you have a Bluetooth?
No.
All right, cool. We'll just listen to whatever you have available.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You don't really like it when people do the
Right.
channels?
Yeah.
It's not really your thing.
No.
That's interesting considering you're an Uber driver and so your service is to drive people around happily.
No, just to get you safe from A to B.
Oh, that's weird. I never really had an Uber driver like that. They usually have interest in my enjoyment
She was
as
aggressive
well.
about it, too.
So it's okay. It's not really a big deal. I just take note in my brain.
Take note in my
Do you care if I roll on the window or is it like an asylum?
Yeah, you can roll on the window if you
Okay,
want.
I didn't know how the rules went here.
Alright, you can get out.
Okay. Thank you. Nice meeting you, sir. Goo Goo
Listen
Dolls.
towards the
I
end.
really do like the Goo Goo Dolls.
The guys yell at her.
So did you end up canceling that one, or?
Yeah, I canceled it. I mean, I picked him up at New Holland, and I turned on, what is that?
Broadway?
Yeah.
Or
Mount Vernon, and
Yeah.
I just pulled right over right
Yeah.
there.
Okay, so Jason, he must have spilled his pee bottle, or he was met at the Mr. person who tossed it without his permission.
That's an old joke. Who said that?
Pete.
Of course, Pete did. But she was aggressive
Oh, no.
though. So
Oh,
now
yeah.
that you
she
hear
couldn't
it,
just let it go.
no.
But you were also aggressive
You were-
from the hot second
Yes,
she got in that
I
car.
was. At the beginning, we kind of.
What was going on?
I was
talk
having
about just a bad night.
You'd had a couple cancellations.
Yeah, I had a couple cancellations at the beginning, like not three in a row, but like that hour before. It doesn't excuse my fussiness, but if you look at the beginning, we did kind of joke because she said, "Oh, I spilled some beer all over my crotch or something at the beginning," and I kind of joked about it. But then she just went right in. As soon as somebody says, "Do you have an aux cord?" I don't know why. It just pisses me off.
See, if you've had my system, just hand her the tablet, and she will shut up.
That is not a bad thought.
No, if I had a tablet I was willing to lose, I would totally do that.
Yeah, because I think the aux cord is it's kind of annoying. I have to get the cord out.
There's always drunk people on a 3-minute trip that want
That's
the aux
exactly.
cord.
And
I'm like, dude.
I have people ask for the tablet all the time, and I mean, literally, even if it is only a 3-minute, what do I care? They don't have time to find the music anyways.
No, the tablet is perfect because all you have to do is go, here you go. You don't have to plug anything in.
No, I don't have an aux, but here's a tablet.
Yeah.
And then they're all like, what? This is like the best ride ever.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I was a little grumpy on that, but it kind of reminds me, I think Pete had one where they're like, well, I don't want to get dropped off here, those girls. It's kind of the same, like, this is where I'm dropping you off. This is where the safest, I don't know.
Honestly, half the time the people that ask me, I already know that they're not going to play music I want to listen to.
Oh, that's 100% why I don't, well, no, that's 90% why, because I don't want to listen to your EDM crap.
I just don't care what they listen to.
The problem is man, when they turn the music up really loud, it's tough to focus. Like, especially if it's terrible weather or there's tons of pedestrians. Like, I want to have the music on a reasonable level.
Right.
I was playing Goo Goo Dolls. She liked them.
When people reach over and jack the volume up, I have it on my steering wheel, so I'll just turn it back all the way down on my steering wheel.
I can do that
and they'll
too.
be like, oh.
See, I like being cool. I like turning it all the way up, and they're all like, yeah.
You're not cool.
Now, I will let you know that if they are pleasant to me and they say, hey, can I turn this song up?
Yes, if they ask,
I let them do it. And if they say, what else do you have? I say, I have rock, I have alternative. What do you want?
Yeah, I've had guys say, can we listen to some country? Sure.
I couldn't find it on my channel. They would have to find it, but I don't have that pre-programmed in.
Well, you should.
No. But anyways, what are the comments? Is Pete the only comment about the pee bottle? I thought for sure.
Well, so he just said he used to have an aux cord he hand out until somebody ruined the aux port.
Ooh, the aux port in the car?
Well, they yanked out the cable.
Kind of what I did last night.
Yep, exactly.
Just like that.
But again, you mentioned it was a cheap, if you had a cheap tablet. Mine is the from when I upgraded the kids' tablets to the new one. So
it's your old one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if somebody damaged it, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
I don't care, right? Yeah. So, exactly. So,
no, I do like your process on it. I could deal with some EDM shit for 3 minutes. But as long as the volume, I know I sound so old. Right. But I mean, why is it when we all when we're looking for something, like when we're driving, you turn the music down?
You need to concentrate.
You need to focus. And my job is to get you from A to B. I'm not here. I know there's party Ubers out there, but I don't trust. I mean, I guess I trust my driving skills, but I don't want to have that mistake where I'm like, it was.
You don't want to crash your car because the music was too loud. It's just dumb.
The drivers that have all the lights in, and nothing against you. If you're able to maintain on the road and not be a distraction, that's great. I couldn't do it. Like
I could do the Halloween lights when they are positioned appropriately.
But they're not blinking, were they?
No.
Yeah.
But
I've seen cars.
Even if they were moving up a little bit, it would have blocked my windshield in a bad way. The stripe would have gone across, and I couldn't have done it.
What?
Chris. Okay, Dad.
What, Chris Everett?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
All right, let's move on. This is a follow-up of that self-driving Uber car that hit a woman, and I did not review this, so we'll see.
A 400-page NTSB report is out from that March 2018 self-driving Uber crash that killed a woman who stepped in front of the SUV. The report is lengthy, but found that Uber was not programmed to recognize people who were jaywalking. 49-year-old Elaine Hirschberg was detected by the radar sensors 5.6 seconds before the SUV slammed into her. But it couldn't figure out that she was a pedestrian or if she would cross in front of the SUV until it was too late. The safety driver, who was behind the wheel, was watching a video on a mobile device and also didn't see Hertzberg in time. We'll have more of the findings from the NTSB report for you tomorrow morning on Today in AZ and also on our Twitter.
Yeah, so we kind of knew that Uber had decided to turn some of the safety features off, but what did it think it was? Like they said, it wasn't programmed to recognize a jaywalker, so what if it was a deer?
Yeah, maybe they just had that front sensor off, period.
I knew it was something like that, but, I mean, what are you doing? You can't turn stuff off and take people's...
But he should not have been watching a video.
She.
No, she's at fault too, but it starts with Uber.
Right, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, and plus, I mean, you would think Uber would have told her, hey, the sensor's turned off, pay extra attention.
I am guaranteed they said... pay $100. As much as Uber, I'm crapping on them. Yeah. I guarantee they made her sign something that said, "Do not take your eyes off the road."
Yeah.
Like
just in case.
Just in case.
She got too comfortable.
Yep. She probably had been in that car for, let's say, a month, 40 hours a week. Just nothing happened.
Right.
And that's too bad for her because I'm sure she lost her job. And then Uber stopped their program after that. And I don't think
They stopped it in Arizona for sure. I don't know if they 100% stopped doing it, but it was done in that state. I mean, Arizona kicked them out.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. They said there's no more testing of that vehicle.
Yeah, because now you can, in Florida, you can do tests there now. So I feel bad for that woman. I feel bad for both of them, although she probably was supposed to keep looking. This one is interesting, and I wonder what the reason for this. So it's a comfort ride. Looks like in California, but it has the pickup and the drop-off. Right. So I'm dumb. At the 9.8 mile trip thing where it says arrow left and right, what does that mean?
How long the trip is.
Why does it have back and forth arrow? No, it's an 18-minute trip.
Yeah, and it's 9.8 miles.
Oh, yeah, I'm dumb. Sorry.
That's just their that's
just their logo.
Okay.
All right. It. Yeah, sorry. But
I thought it was interesting that the actual addresses was there for pickup. And
because they don't even do that now. I mean, you get your pickup address, but it doesn't show the.
So obviously, in California with Comfort, they do. So
and we're not going to talk about it tonight because we already had this plan up. But the glitch that's going on right now with the points. I mean, could it be just a glitch like that? Because the points. Right. If anyone hasn't seen, it's like triple, double, what?
More than that, 58.
78
from
points.
3 to 58 or
104 points.
Well, I said in the group earlier, it's like
1,000 times the amount.
I know. I feel like.
Wait, 1,000?
100. Yeah.
Whoa.
Too many zeros.
Hey, everyone, accounting major over here.
Yeah. Woo. Get your taxes done by Sam.
Shush.
Get 1,000 times back.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully the IRS doesn't come knocking.
See, don't guarantee your return, but hey, get your money back.
So, I mean, I don't know what this really does for us. It's just interesting that it popped up that way.
Yep.
And it's damn bubbles. And it's weird. Like ours doesn't look like that anyways, even without the I don't know.
My Comfort looked at that.
It does with the little arrows back and forth. That doesn't show up on our app.
Oh no, true. I don't know about that, but yes.
No, you don't get the drop off or the mileage, but you get the time, the pickup premium,
and what? Yeah, this one doesn't tell you what direction. Ours tells you what direction it's going.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that you can figure that out by the drop off. That you should know your market well enough.
I don't know.
Try and do that in 30 seconds.
Yeah, while it's dinging, you're like,
do.
And you're driving.
Yeah, they give us that feature now, and sometimes I don't even look at it because I'm just busy.
Yeah,
like I can't, like whatever. I'll just take it, see what happens.
I'm so frustrated with mine. You can't deny more than like 2 rides and it drops. I had 85 for a
90.
while. Are you?
Yeah.
92.
I don't know. I had one today that was 15 minutes away. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing.
After Monday, I'm surprised.
Why?
Because you took that 19-minute away trip.
Well, that was because of the snow.
Yeah. No,
what am I right now? Hang on.
Oh gosh, she's got to
Here we go. Oh, speaking of that, so I was going to bring up our rides. So, right,
it says get 51 points per trip.
Man,
Is it still right now? Okay, so this is what I'm going to talk about.
Man.
So I probably have more than that. I probably have close to 4,400. Sam has 4,135. Ben has 3,449. And Jesper, hey guys, do you think I can put my Lyft rides on there? And of course,
Jesper.
hey guys.
Shut up.
No, but it's a good point. We should put him on there. But
yes,
we added 1,800, and now he's the leader. So he's got 4,551.
Oh. Yeah.
Hey, guys, I want a bigger number.
I think a lot of guys want a few things bigger, but
I want a real big number. So, yeah, if anyone listens to us and say we're not drivers, we got a lot of rides under our belt. So, in a lot of years.
And the reason why my number is now 1,800 rides higher is because I did used to ride for Lyft.
13.
1,800.
Oh.
He said 18. I don't know what it was.
I had just roughly 1,800 rides with Lyft before they kicked
Which
me
is
off.
more than I have now. I have like 1,500.
1,200 on Lyft.
So
yeah, I was probably one of the first ones in my markets to actually get the first K.
Jacket.
After what's his name? Tim Burton.
Oh.
I was actually one of the first drivers in Grand Rapids for Lyft because I'm only 20% and you're 25%.
Well, yeah, but I was one of the first to get the first.
Yeah, I'm just saying you're trying to, boast.
And I'm neither of those things because when
Yeah,
I
how does
signed
it
up,
feel?
it was mileage.
What is mileage? What do you mean?
Like you get paid per mile.
Yeah,
No, you get 20%, or they only take 20% of your fare, right?
Right.
Regardless. For me, I just get paid per minute per mile, just like Uber.
Really?
They stopped doing that.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
When did they stop doing that?
Well, I signed up last 2 Decembers ago.
Clearly, I'm not a rideshare expert because I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Man, we better take our name off her title.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a rude lift packs.
Oh, I thought that was your video.
No, this one's about. Well, all the rude ones are mine. Jerk. Apparently, I don't know. Let's just watch it. Someone was fussy about a stroller.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen.
Greetings.
So glad to have you
Earthlings.
join me today. I have for you a very special passenger who thinks that she can disrespect me, and then I give her a ride to her destination. What happened was she asked me if she can put her stroller in the front seat. It's kind of silly to request. The trunk has more than enough space to accommodate it, and sort of common sense to put it there. I mean, who wants wheels pressing up against their car's
Does my voice sound as nasally as his?
Not even close.
Oh, thank God.
upholstery while they're driving? Anyway, I told her that it should go in the trunk. Somehow, she felt
Yes.
that what I said
totally
was
agree with him.
obscene
We didn't watch
and flipped
this in
out
the last
about it.
podcast?
Once she exited the vehicle, after I told her to, she threatened to punch me in the face.
See, he looks just like me. I mean, he's just as irritated right now. Look at him.
I was going to say more he looks like Aaron a little bit.
Well, I meant not like actual. I meant like his attitude right now.
Yes, he looks fussy before he
Yeah.
even got there.
Yeah.
I feel like he already kind of knows what's up. Like he. Oh,
Yeah, he saw the baby.
Oh, I forgot. There's something. Did you see this video?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll see
that's why
if anyone.
I asked you.
Anyone.
Maybe, did Pete share this?
He could have.
I think that's what it is.
He may have.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got it, but.
What?
My Facebook feed just froze up.
Yeah, refresh. It should be okay. Oh, mine's froze too.
It came back just as I hit the refresh button.
The way this is on the side, you talking about the stroller? Really?
What?
I said the way this is all rammed up on the side. You talking about the stroller?
I'm sorry, did that upset you?
Yeah, you did. And you didn't even help me.
Okay,
Come on, Papa.
you should probably get another car, miss. Like, I can't drive someone who's giving me attitude.
I'm not even talking to you.
Yeah, so exit my
I'm not
vehicle,
talking to
get
you,
another
I'm talking
car.
to my grandson.
Exit the vehicle, get another car.
You're right. Come, let's go.
I'm sorry.
And
What were you gonna say?
would he have taken the ride with her having the?
That's what we were going to comment about. He's worried about the stroller,
I know. It's like,
and if you
she was just holding the baby.
yeah, he was going to be fine with that. And earlier, apparently, he must have some damage on his passenger side because she was bitching like, "Oh, you're going to worry about a stroller on your seat, but your door's all dinged up."
Right.
But I still don't want dirt. Okay, yeah, it's
In
a little
the
dinged
car.
up. I don't want dirt in the car.
No.
No, at the end of this is what Jason would do. Ramp it up a little bit.
Be sure to tip your next driver, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.
It gets worse.
So get out the car and talk all of that. I'll punch you in the face.
Excuse me?
Don't talk shit.
Excuse me?
Don't talk shit.
What did I say?
So your best bet is to go ahead.
You're gonna punch me in the face? What?
You want to? What you said to me?
What did I say?
Say to me.
What did I say? What do you think I said?
This would be me.
What did I say? What did I say?
What did you
Are we gonna keep repeating ourselves?
Right. So go on about your business.
You too.
Go about your business.
You too.
Go about your
Have a
business.
lovely day.
Go about your business.
Are you a broken record or something?
Go about your business.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
You're a great
jerk.
role model. Good for
Go
you.
about your business.
Great role model.
That's why the car banged up on the side now. I see why.
Exactly.
Have a lovely day.
You still want to sit here?
I'm waiting for this car to pass, actually.
Anyways,
Oh.
he kind of ramped it up at the end.
Yeah, he did.
But that's such a good point. I was
Tip your next driver.
Yeah. I mean, that would be something. I mean, it was, what does Ben call it? Snarkism?
Snarkism.
Yeah. That was perfect. Like, yeah, he wasn't being mean, but he was like, oh. But, yeah, I was watching that video. I'm like, there's a baby on this lady's lap.
Yes.
Like, you don't care about
That's
that.
the first thing I noticed.
But you're worried about the dirt. I mean, I do understand that, but, oh.
They would have not even gotten in my car. My first question would have been,
Oh, yes.
does he have a car seat?
Yeah.
Man.
You're right. You could have ended that real quick.
Well, it's the other Tuesday morning when I had that pickup, this lady sent her little 4-year-old to the car to ask me, "Do you have a car seat?" No.
No, ma'am, I don't. Or no,
And
miss, I don't.
They needed both a car seat and a booster seat, and I don't think she had both.
Yeah, I mean, a car seat is a different, if you have a young,
Yeah, she had a little one.
yeah, that's crazy. So, yeah, he did several things wrong, but it was still kind of funny.
So did the passengers. They both.
I absolutely
several
love
things
those. I know you can't broadcast them anymore, but I just love when I love seeing those interactions. It's my favorite. Okay.
He had done a pretty good job, though. You weren't seeing any faces at all.
Right.
No.
He didn't get out of control. He
Nope.
was just a little rude.
No, I
don't think he was rude. I think she was rude.
Well, my guess is the way I was seeing his facial at the beginning before she picked it up, I wonder if they had a conversation beforehand, because I feel like he was a little, like me, I was already a little
Either
elevated.
that or he knew that neighborhood was a problem neighborhood for that kind of thing with car seats and babies and stuff, and he was just already annoyed to be there. And
I'll let you know, I used my stock text today for my XL at the airport, and she asked about it, and it was a group of people, and she was like, "Why do you do that?" I said, "Well, there's certain places where I send this text because I'll go to the airport and it's an XL and it'll be a bunch of kids with no car seats and
right,
and then the minor thing too."
Right.
So she thought it was a little odd. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry about that. Like, she wasn't mad about it or anything. So.
It just wasn't applicable to her, so why?
See, I would not be able to say that word either. I'm not going to try it.
Applicable? I got it the second time.
Applicable. I did it.
You did.
Thank you. All right, Cabby.
Better than mercilessly.
Cabby watching Netflix. I did not watch this one.
Good evening, I'm Brad Edwards.
And I'm Erica Sargent. The ride from hell. That's how the passenger in this cab describes what happened when she told her cabbie to stop watching Netflix while driving. CBS 2's Charlie DeMar went after the cab company, and Charlie, things got a little intense.
And Erica, good evening. It was interesting getting answers when we stopped by the cab company
He's
tonight.
got beautiful hair.
And you're going to see what I mean in just a moment. And on the phone, the explanation from an employee of the cab company for why this cab fight happened is described as ridiculous by the passenger, who says she simply wanted to get to her appointment safely. From the back seat of a blue cab company car cruising towards Orland Park Tuesday, Tara Hine is recording her bumpy ride.
I asked you to put the phone down while I'm in your car. I feel unsafe.
Hine started recording after the driver was apparently more interested in binge-watching TV shows than keeping her eyes
You
on
have
the
a
road.
mount right there, you dummy.
Got on the expressway and she pulled out her telephone and was watching Netflix on it.
Look out the car window. You can see them hauling down the expressway while a show is apparently playing on the driver's phone.
I let her know I didn't feel safe, and I asked her to put the phone away, which she did for a few seconds.
Get the camera on my damn face. Have you lost your damn mind?
You just swung at me, really?
No, I didn't swing at you.
Oh, I'm calling the police now for sure.
Go ahead, get out. Why you calling the police? Get out.
No,
Get
I wait
out
for
of
the
my
police
car.
to come. You're not leaving me
Get out
there.
of my car. Get out.
Why are you? Get
out of my
out.
car.
She caught me recording her, and then she turned around and then she swung at me.
That's all you gotta do is report me. That's it. That's all I asked you to do. Report me.
What does she have in her window, though?
Hey, why are you recording?
Over the phone, a blue cab company employee said the dispute was due to Hine and the
just wondering
driver
what she was wearing.
disagreeing on which show to watch together.
That's if I'm definitely ridiculous. I do have my own Netflix account.
So we stopped by to get a further explanation.
We called a little bit earlier about an incident with one of the drivers yesterday
Oh, look at this
about
lady.
watching
I know
videos.
nothing about it.
She wearing a bra.
What time it is?
I do.
Yeah, good. Our owner's gone.
Okay, I've been trying to get a hold of him though.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. You need to call when he's here.
I did. And that's why we're here now.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
No clue.
Okay, about a driver watching videos.
I have no clue.
Do you know if the driver was?
I wasn't working when it happened. I'm not the owner. I don't know anything.
Got it. Do you know if the driver was disciplined or?
I don't know anything.
Yeah, just like I'm looking down there.
Back in the car, Hine tried getting some answers for herself.
Should you be watching TV while you're transporting medical patients at all?
Yeah.
You should be? Okay. Why is that?
Because your nosy want to know. That's why.
We asked the company the same thing, and you can guess the response.
Is it policy? Are the drivers allowed to watch videos while taking passengers?
You have to talk to the owner. Why is this difficult? Bye.
Again, we did call and left a voicemail for the owner during business hours, and we didn't get a call back. The passenger says that she does plan on filing a police report. Live in the newsroom.
Okay. First of all, you have a mount. There was a mount in her dad's. Like,
Yes.
at least if you're going to watch Netflix, put the phone
On the mount.
where you can like watch it while you're driving down the road. I mean, we all have done that.
I've not watched
Crickets.
No, you do not watch anything. When
No. I just can't believe the audacity of the woman that said, "Oh, we were disagreement on the show we wanted to watch." I'm like, what the hell?
No.
Oh, any feedback from that? Or everyone quiet?
Peter's just
Pete's
laughing.
in amazement.
I think Peter's the only one here.
Really? There's 12 people on.
Peter's the only one
I think
talking.
what happens is, there's people on YouTube too. Yeah, you're supposed to do YouTube.
I check in once in a while.
Anyways, okay.
Wow, did you see that comment about yourself on YouTube? That you are not a very nice guy? She wanted to talk with you. It's not just about taking somebody from point A to point B. I don't know if that's legit or if that's supposed to be sarcasm.
PPD's nuts. I'm sorry, I just got sidetracked. I don't really care. He's commented on our videos before. He was a nice guy. He says, "Wow, you're not a very nice guy. All she wanted to do was talk with you." Now it's
not just about taking somebody.
Yeah, well, that's his opinion. I mean, I think that
you weren't having a good night.
No, but I was okay. Could I have handled it better? Yeah, I could have rolled with it a little bit, but I didn't want to.
Could she have handled it better?
It's my GD car. This is the way it's rolling. If you don't like it, get out.
Yeah.
So, again,
true.
I'm just saying. Todd. Just want to mention again that, that was funny. The studio is sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair and Grand Rapids Hybrid. Please check them out if you need a repair or maintenance, anything like that. We really appreciate them supporting our show. Okay, this one's funny. This diagram. We've all seen it, but come on. I wonder where it is. We have so much crap. I feel like we need to...
Yeah, it's almost 11.
Is it really?
Yeah.
We got it.
All right. When the insurance company wants a diagram of the accident, it's just a picture of a deer and just a sketch, and the deer's like a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
Get it.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of our drivers in Grand Rapids got this. I labeled it as a long ass trip from GR. It comes up Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
It would have been a long drive.
Yeah.
And it probably was a mistake, like Jesper said. On the weekends, I feel it happens often.
I mean, he talked to her long enough to know she was upset she kept getting canceled on. So, did he bother double checking that it was actually for Texas?
Well, again, this is another follow-up one where I wish I could go back and see. I think when I read the comments, though, I think it was a legit ride.
Yeah.
Now, question, what would happen with this? Now, a Lyft will shut you off at like $300.
Right.
But not tell you. I think it was Uber Phil that it happened to, or maybe it was Gabe.
He took someone to Wisconsin, I thought.
Yeah, it was something like that. But Lyft, but I don't think Uber, because we see those stories from time to time where people travel states and they don't shut it off. So, would you have taken it?
No.
No?
I haven't had my car long enough to know whether or not it would make it to a trip to Texas.
It would.
Oh, yeah, it would make it just fine.
And
might
back.
not make it back.
Yeah. Plus, that time
it just
back
would not be worth it.
No.
I mean,
I would need hundreds of dollars up front to do a trip like that.
You think so?
I still remember my trip to Chicago, and it was not worth it.
No.
I mean, yeah. The last long trip I did was to Chicago or Detroit, one of the two. And I told them, I said, I'm going to need a little bit extra to do this ride. Are you cool with that? And they said yes. And I trusted that they would do it on the app. So I did roll the dice, but I need to take somebody's word at least when we have a conversation. Not the I'll tip you in the app one, but And she did. She tipped me $50. So do you think that ride would be worth it for an extra $50?
For Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it covers your gas.
Yeah, $50 would be.
Yeah, maybe. For me. I mean, mine was an X, and
mine was too.
And we talking 2.5 hours if you drive like we do, and
like Jesper does,
and that's $20 an hour.
Like that.
So
yeah, I thought 50 was fine. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was Chicago, so which is a little bit longer than Detroit, but
depending on what part you're going to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was the total ride for me was 5 hours.
Okay.
Right.
5.5.
And you got paid what? 150?
$175? $156.
Yeah.
Including the tip.
But I mean, during the day, 5 hours for $150 ain't bad. Like if you were driving around town.
No. During the day, that is fine. But if it's anywhere
between like 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., that's not.
I mean, even that trip I took out to whatever. It's like a 45-minute trip out of Grand Rapids at 2 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't worth it.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's like $40.
Yeah.
So, no.
All right. This is a spaghetti pick. I don't know. It says, hey, man, sorry my car's a mess. Haha. You can just throw that in the back. And it's basically a plate of spaghetti, not on the plate, with the sauce in the middle and a fork stabbed in the seat. That car looks rough anyways.
Yes, it does.
And it's got like
so gross.
It's got like an emergency brake
pulled up
right there, so you know it's old. I'm sure this wasn't a an Uber car.
No, it's just a funny picture.
And last little picture that we have for rideshare in the news. Gabe sent this to us. Somewhere he's got it from, but it's basically a reason to continue the trip or cancel. Although I feel like Uber's setting you up. Like, I guess if it was a minor and you could still continue, I don't know.
I just thought of it as being they're giving you the option to check ID.
Yeah.
And if you decide,
but why does that come? Where does that? I wonder where that prompt comes from. Where you click cancel
you
ride.
hit cancel for unaccompanied minor, that pops up, and it asks you again.
Do you want to check the ID
right before you actually cancel this ride?
And let's be frank. Uber likes the minor rides.
Yeah, they make money off of it.
They make money.
They don't really care.
Yeah. So let's skip this next article. Just wanted to mention the patron. I don't know. I always say it wrong. We would really love support. It really helps us out. There's obviously expenses involved with this. We did just purchase a new board. Well, we haven't actually purchased it. It's on back order. So just to try to improve the show, maybe do a mic check before and make sure everything works like we did.
We'll be selling this old perfectly good board.
Yeah. Once the other one's up and running. So, but yeah, if you are a $10 subscriber, you get access to the Gig Economy podcast, behind the scenes audio before the show, and then we'll give you a piece of merch. So it's kind of a good deal. I mean, for $10 a month, I mean, even if you cancel out 1 month, we're losing money. So, which we would not want you to do that, but it's worth the extra content. And if you like the free content you're getting, it helps support us down the road.
Yep.
So,
Right. Definitely.
Okay. I thought you had something to say, Jesper.
Oh, nope. Larry will buy the board.
No.
Not. There you
go.
go.
Son of a...
No, I knew it wasn't going to be legit.
Yeah, the joke on that is, so how did that happen? I was so excited to get the new board, and then I sent the old one out to him, and then this one didn't work right away, and then I had to end up buying a new small board again, and now Ben has the small board. That did not come out of business money. I just took the hit on that. But anyways, yeah, it's kind of an inside joke, so... my Facebook, this is kind of funny. I know the picture's terrible. One of our local drivers here says, when you pull up to a bar and get a text, quotations, be right there, look in the bar window, guy vomits all over himself twice, text again to the driver, on my way, vomits on the sidewalk. He says, hard pass, this Uber drives away. I've done that on a couple of occasions. Some of the comments, you pukey, no ridey. And then the next one, I'll take nope for 500, Alex. But man, I feel bad for that guy because he needs to get home. But man, not in my car.
Yeah, he needs to clean up and get it all out first and have a glass of water, and then maybe he can go home.
But see, that's why I have puke bags.
Yeah.
He's already puking. Would you take him?
Oh, yeah.
Because you're assuming he's going to make it in the puke bag, and that's like the problem.
I don't know why you talk about the puke bags. You want them to puke in your car.
I don't want him to puke
Oh,
anymore.
you're a liar.
Well,
you
not
want
anymore. I don't
want the
deal,
money.
I don't want to deal with the hassle anymore. I bring up the puke bags all the time.
At like 3 o'clock after Base Nectar, when we were wrapping things up, I was like, a puker right now would be just perfect.
A little puke. So we skipped the tip time. I'm sorry, Ben, about that. I'll jump up to that. So just a tip about preventing the spread of germs in your vehicle.
Sure.
Do you want to take that, Jesper?
Sure, I can.
I'm tired of talking.
So the tip time is from the rideshare blog at ridesharelink.com. Tips for preventing the spread of germs here in this wintertime. Clean the cup holder. The car's cup holder is a breeding ground for germs, especially if it contains deep, hard to reach crevices. If your regular cleaning wipe or a rag does not reach all of them, try using a Q-tip. Or we were just talking about that, one of that sticky putty will work as well.
Well, another thing, sorry to interrupt, for crumbs, I know the compressed air, like in little crevices, it'll kind of blow it around, but at least it gets it out of whatever that crevice you're in.
But absolutely. So, window or door levers, use car interior cleaner or household hard surface cleaner with a clean rag to clean your window handles, door levers, and anything plastic on your doors. Seat belts and radio controls. Don't forget to wipe down seat belts and your radio controls. You can use a clean rag with a car interior cleaner or household.
Who wipes down their seat belts? I mean, I've never wiped down my seatbelt.
Even though I've heard nightmare stories of people who have puked on the seatbelt and then took it off and it flung back inside, they couldn't figure out where the smell of puke was coming from, and eventually they had to get that taken apart.
Yeah, I mean you have
so they
to
could get it cleaned.
Oh, that would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I still smell throw up?
The same if it comes into a door on the windshield.
You know, there's been people that have said to me that they keep their windows locked so that doesn't happen. So if they need to puke, they can't roll down the window. You have to open the door. I mean, if you're going on the city streets, you could do that because you could quick pull over. But if you're on the highway,
yeah, you don't want people opening the door.
I did have one time, 2.5 years ago, I had to pull over 5 times on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if it happens once, we're going to sit there for like 10 minutes.
Oh, I did.
Wow. And then you took off and he had to do it again?
Oh, yeah.
Must have gotten sick every time the car moved.
Man, you got to freeze those
She was not doing well.
No.
You got to freeze those drunks out.
So, and the last thing is obviously food and beverage spills. If you have food, if you've had food or beverage in your car and they've spilled anywhere, be sure to clean up the mess quickly. If left alone, such a spill can breed bacteria quickly.
I mean, in general, just wipe your car down regularly.
Right. Yep.
Did I tell you I did upgrade to the unlimited plan for detail inside and out?
I haven't yet.
No, you haven't done it yet?
Not yet. Yeah.
But I mean, even if you do it twice, even if you do it once a week, you're saving
paid for.
$2 a month.
Yeah. No,
so if you are upgrading your car to a rideshare car while you're rideshare driving, I can definitely recommend getting leather seats.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I have
it's
leather
so
seats,
worth
and
it.
It's an easy wipe down.
Yeah, anything.
I don't have leather seats.
You should have got the leather.
It's okay.
What if they go poo-poo on there? And they smear it.
I have that deep cleaner that I lent Gabe.
Yeah, but Gabe's got those special, like...
They smear it.
They smear it. Gabe has those special holes in his seat, like to let air through, but it also debris goes in there.
Yeah.
He probably has about 6 months worth of glitter in those seats somewhere. That's kind of worked its way down a little bit.
I bet.
All right, Sam's...
That's our last thing here.
Is it?
Shenanigan, yep.
Okay, there we go.
Which just cracked me up. Yeah, so it just starts off. So my Lyft driver had something rolling around in the back of her car today. I heard it and looked back and said, "What is that?" She just said, "My dad." Needless to say, it was an interesting ride home. Thought the horror, everything, would appreciate it. And you see a picture of an urn rolling around the back of a car.
I'm trying to see what that box is. It looks like a jewel or something.
No, it's for your phone.
Oh.
That's a picture of a phone.
Oh, there we go.
Like
Okay. I went to the bigger picture. But
so yeah, there's just an urn rolling around in the back.
I feel like it's a joke because why would you do that?
I mean, it was near Halloween, I think, so that might have been kind of...
Yeah, because if that was truly your dad, you either A, are so inconsiderate, or B, you hate your dad.
Right.
And if you hate him, why do you have an urn, and why aren't you throwing it out in the
and
trash?
honestly, who wants to listen to that rolling around the back of their car? That would drive
if
me
I hear
nuts.
noises... Today, I'm not... This funny you bring that up. I'm pulling out, and I'm hearing a little rattle. Every time I hit the brake, I'm like, oh, great. Now something's wrong with the brakes. So I had my AirPods in. I was listening to a podcast. It was my ice in my glass that kept hitting it. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Woo! Oh, yeah. No, if my water bottle starts to jiggle, I'll hold it for a while.
Yeah.
It never fails. Mom leaves an empty pop can in the door.
Yeah.
And then that thing will rattle.
Right.
Oh, man.
You want to know the worst? This is funny. The seatbelt sometimes gets stuck, and it's hitting the door
all the time.
And it's not like I can just reach back there. You have to stop the car, get out. I know, first world problems, but I'm glad I'm not the only one with the rattles.
But I've had like really nice passengers. I'll be like, "Do you mind just like shifting that seatbelt up for me
so
I don't have to listen to it?" And they're always more than happy to do it. They're like, "Oh yeah, I get it." It doesn't happen in sedans. It's only in SUVs.
Oh, well, it doesn't happen to me every time.
No, but when it does happen,
it just doesn't it doesn't retract all the way back.
Remember the liquor bottle last weekend?
Yeah.
In my car? Rolling around the back of my car.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It was crazy. And then I did have one more story real quick.
Go ahead.
The puker. It's talking about the puker story. Last weekend, I took somebody to the hospital, and she was a puker.
Oh, well, how did you forget about this?
I don't know. But yeah, I took her to the emergency room.
Did she ask to go?
So I picked them up at Thousand Oaks.
Right? Oh, jeez. Way out in 5 Mile there, right? On the Beltline?
Yep. And it was at a wedding. and she was obviously a young drinker. And
you think she was of age?
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah, definitely. But it was probably, I don't know, it was a friend of the family, or whatever. He was with her, and he was sober and everything like that. But yeah, it was. She needed to go to.
So my question is,
ER.
Did you make that decision, or did somebody?
He did.
Oh, he did.
No, he ordered the ride, and actually they got in there, and they were first going to the hotel, and he goes, "Yeah,
whoops,
I think we're changing our mind. We're gonna go to the emergency room. Is that okay? Yep, that's fine." And first, I actually checked to see, because it was up on the Beltline. So I first checked to see if the urgent care facility on the Beltline was open. And it didn't look like it was.
That one on near 3 Mile there.
Yep.
I'm surprised. What time was it? Like after midnight?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So so then we actually ended up going to Blodgett, to the emergency room. Yep.
Oh man. Did she puke in the car?
No, because I froze her out.
You froze her out?
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing to do. So do we have anything else, or?
I think that's probably it.
Larry did make a comment about the highway talking to you when you're driving on it.
Say what in the who?
The highway at 96. Dude, it sounds like music's being made.
No,
under
it
your
sounds
car.
like there's ghosts under there. I'm not kidding you. I don't know if a phone would pick it up. I feel like I need to record a video when I go through there, but it's like...
Yeah, the first time I heard it, I was like, what?
Yeah, it's bananas. So
I drove it today. I didn't hear it.
Well, I would say I would roll my eyes if it was Ben saying that, because even with his hearing aids, he's like, yeah, I don't hear it. Like, we'll all hear a buzz in here, and he's like, yeah, I don't hear it. You have hearing aids on. Why don't you hear it? He kind of piped out. I bet he passed out.
Oh, yeah. He just took some pills.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you.
I know this was a long one, but we had a lot to talk about. So we appreciate everyone listening.
Long podcast.
Yep. So have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.